Oh, update for you. Big Dumper did win the home run derby. You heard it here first.
Good for him. I
Good for
love
Cal
that.
Raleigh. Well, what do you say? You want to get this thing on the road?
Let's rock and roll it, baby. Let's
Let's
do
do
it.
it. Welcome back to the Backmarkers F1 Pod, latest and greatest F1 pod no one's asked for. That's Ben. I'm Derek. Off weekend here. We got into
Yeah.
some other fun stuff.
Did anything happen?
I don't know.
Since we last programmed?
I mean, it's been kind of quiet as far as I know, right?
Yeah, I don't think anything has happened at all.
Nothing major, no crazy stories, no big changes at major
Yeah.
teams or anything like that,
all
right?
of the team principles are still in place.
Very much so. I mean, technically, one of them is still at Red Bull.
All right, we're absolutely going to talk about that because
we have to lead off with it. There's no other option here. I mean, I did not expect that.
What did you not expect?
Horner to be sacked.
There we go.
Horner being sacked. I could not have. I actually did not see that one coming. I mean, I know there's been a lot of controversy around Horner the past few seasons here, and it's it doesn't seem like Jos Verstappen very much likes Christian Horner or anything like that. But by all accounts, the team loved him, and I just assumed the people above him still liked him too.
Yeah.
Bro, I've seen some crazy stuff and we'll get into it, but that blew my mind seeing that news come across. I just assumed it was a fake account when I first tweeted it out that I saw.
No, honestly, like your text was a crazy way to wake up. Like you sent that to me first thing and I was like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like there was no way I was still awake at that point.
No chance.
No chance.
Yeah.
So yeah, seeing that first thing in the morning was absolutely not expected.
Mm-hmm.
But what does it mean?
Right.
Christian Horner no longer has a job. Who likes that? Who's pissed off about that?
Right. I honestly I don't know where to begin because I've gone back and forth on like this is good for them to keep Max and this is bad for them to keep Max. Max is definitely like Max didn't matter what they were going to do. Max was probably just going to leave anyways too. Or she might just say I'm so back and forth topsy turvy on all of this. I mean, we knew silly season was going to be weird just because of the whole Max question mark. I didn't expect this to be the part that started the whole thing. Like where does he go? What's going to happen? I've got a theory out there that falls a lot in line with what you're saying, but I think you're fucking genius with this whole call about Aston Martin's going to be the play for Max.
It could be. I don't know. I mean, there are so many different ways that it could go that speculation is pointless, but that's why we're here. So.
Oh yeah, let's speculate away.
I don't know if it's one of those moves to appease Max or one of those moves because the Max move has happened and it's just a foregone conclusion and still behind the curtain.
Get rid of him. Yeah.
That it's like, you couldn't keep our number one guy. Fuck you, you're gone.
Right. Everything else is starting to fall apart a little bit, and that was like the final straw potentially.
Yeah. The other thing to keep in mind is the Red Bull ownership change. Because
do you know more about that?
Yeah, so basically, Dieter Mateschitz died last year. The owner of Red Bull, the founder and CEO of the Red Bull team, as well as the energy drink, right? So he was a big Formula One fan. He started the F1 team, and it's kind of been a separate thing away from, it's been Red Bull Racing rather than Red Bull the energy drink, right?
Right.
So with his unfortunate demise, the company now has been handed down to shareholders of the company, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those two major shareholders. And this was always the case. But basically, there was an interest from Thailand who basically have their part controlling stake and their shares in the team as well as the company, as well as the Austrian side. And basically, there were not exactly harmonious. They weren't exactly always on the same page. I'm not going to say it wasn't harmonious, but basically, in order to make a decision like that, you've got to get a lot of people on the same page, and they weren't necessarily on the same page. So this could be the signaling of a change in direction. This also could be the signaling of a more modernization of the team, because Horner, as we knew, was the longest tenured team principal, being with the team basically from their origin when they were purchased from Jaguars. So that's no small deal.
He was Red Bull.
In a way, yes, in terms of operations and day-to-day, and he's the last guy at the end of the line. But it's a little bit of an oversimplification, I would say, to say that he was the team, because that an organization like that is so huge. But also, it could be argued that back in the day, guys like Sebastian Vettel were that team, that Max Verstappen is the team. It's and again, I'm in the camp that that's definitely a gross oversimplification. But his departure is not to be overlooked. It's also fascinating, and I hate this, by the way, that they brought over the team principal from the other team that they own. Right? Like, it's just like
Laurent's now the team principal at Red
which
Bull.
I'm happy for him. Good
the
for
Bond
him.
Villain.
He looks fucking great. He looks like he needs to be carrying a small white cat everywhere, just petting it. With a turtleneck. Sorry, with a turtleneck. Yeah, it's.
He looks like Mike McDonald's cousin.
Who's Mike McDonald?
The head coach of the Miami Dolphins. Or is it McDaniel? Mike McDaniel.
McDaniel.
It's Mike McDaniel.
Yeah.
There's too many McDonald's and McDaniels in the NFL, but he looks. You can't tell me he doesn't look like his cousin, because like Mike in Miami, he's got a flow. He's got the curly hair too. They're slimmer guys. They got the glasses. Like they could be related. You could definitely sell me on that one.
No, he looks like a professor that will show you a film that is banned in 4 countries as part of the curriculum. Meckles, whatever his name is, Laurent. No.
Laurent,
The new guy, the new principal. He looks like he needs to be smoking a cigarette out of a long pipe. Yeah, he fucking rocks. To be clear, I'm pro this guy, however the fuck you say his name. But I think it's insane still that Red Bull has just 2 teams, and it's like, oh, hey, this car's not working. Let's fucking move everybody over to the new one. So I hate that. Yeah, I hate that. But I hope he's successful. I don't think, if you ask me, this is kind of signaling the end of the Max era. Whether he leaves at Red Bull
or just at all.
I did call that shot that he was going to skedaddle when he's no longer the champion. In the interests of sticking by that fucking banger take, that's probably not going to happen. I'm sure. Yeah, it could be the end of the Max era in Formula One.
Yeah.
I would be surprised if Max stayed at this point, but it also could be that he hangs around, sees what's what for next year, and then dips
Okay.
after the fact. So
Okay.
it could. Derek, this may be a controversial take. He's either going to stay with Red Bull or he's going to leave Red Bull. One of those two things are going to happen.
Okay. I still don't see him leaving F1 just yet. I just
No.
don't. Toto is going to do his damnedest to make sure that doesn't happen. That's for sure.
Oh
I,
yeah. Yeah.
hey Max, whoa, we're vacationing together. How crazy is that? Oh, you're going to your plane. I'm going to my plane. Like,
Do you remember when they did the when Otani was a free agent and everybody was just watching flights out of Los Angeles, and
oh yeah,
there was this one to Toronto that everybody was convinced was Otani's plane, and
yeah,
Otani's coming, and then Blue Jays Reddit was like, "Oh, actually, it's this other guy," and they're like, "Oh,
yeah.
God damn it,
Like,
we're
damn
not
it.
getting him." Yeah.
College football coaches get the same treatment every year. Like Brian Kelly's plane was constantly being watched when he was moving from Notre Dame to LSU. Lane Kiffin is constantly tracked every summer when his contracts are up. Like this is some fan behavior that is crazy, but I'm here that for somebody doing
Oh,
that because it's
absolutely.
hilarious. Yeah.
It's unhinged and we love it. That's why we
hmm
love sports.
We're tracking planes and boats now. Like, hey, this is his boat. One, how do you know that's his boat? And
Yeah.
two, how can you track that? I don't even know how you do that.
Uh, there's a couple websites I'll share with you when we're off air.
Fair enough, fair enough. But yeah,
Yeah.
I don't see I see Max sticking around in the sport still. I don't again, I know he wants to try all these other things, but he's still the most coveted guy on the grid. Whatever the potential championship contender is going to be for next year with the new regs, which
Mhm.
by all accounts that I've seen is pointing towards the Mercedes with their
Mhm.
engine being the best so far from whatever testing has been ran on them. I I could very easily see him going there, but I I don't think your Aston Martin take is all that crazy anymore because this is a working theory that I've seen slash thought, and I wouldn't be shocked if it happened. Daddy Lawrence just might be going, "Hey Christian, how many you want?
Here's
How
a
many
blank check.
how many do you want? Bring that guy. Bring the
Yep.
Dutchman. Bring the
Yep.
Dutchman. I got Adrian. Dude, play the Phineas and Ferb song. Dude, we're getting the band back together."
Whoa,
Like
whoa, whoa. You're really quoting the Blues Brothers and saying it's Phineas and Ferb?
the the way in which I was trying to emulate it is from the
All
Phineas
right.
and
I
Ferb
no,
clip. And dude,
but
I
what
didn't
I'm
say we're on a mission from God.
okay, thank you. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it. Sorry, greatest movie of all
Put
time.
on the greatest car chase scene ever.
Oh, which one? Which one, Derek? Which
The
one?
police one at the end of the movie. What do you mean? Blues
No, there
Brothers.
are two brilliant car chase scenes in that movie involving the police. The first one when they drive through a fucking mall, and then the second one at the end where they're chased by literally everybody,
Yep,
including the
that's the
Illinois
one.
Ducks.
That's the one I'm referring to. Literally, it
I
goes on for a crazy amount of time, which is just awesome.
as
It's
no,
like,
as does
hey,
the mall scene. The
hey,
mall
we need to kill 30 minutes. What can we do? Let's do a car chase scene
no,
twice. All right,
Did you
bet.
did you know the original script for that film involved them getting every single member of the band? So rather than go just to the hotel and seeing Murph and the Magic Jones and getting like 90% of the band and then having to go
Mhm.
get three other guys, they made more stops. And the original screenplay was like 11 hours
Oh my
of
God.
movie. Yeah, yeah. I would kill to read that original screenplay and
Yeah.
see that movie come to life in some sort of way.
Put on a
But
mission
yeah,
from
that's
God.
dude. That is one of the greatest films of all time.
I watched it
Greatest
my
film.
freshman year of college because my roommate couldn't believe I'd never seen the movie before, which thank God he did to me because that is a huge part of Michigan's fandom. Like the student section and then fans just generally they do the Blues Brothers dance, which isn't actually a dance from Blues Brothers. They just play the song and there's like a dance that we do to it. But then two, we then went as the Blues Brothers for Halloween freshman year, and it was awesome.
That rocks.
It
I
did
can
rock.
quote that entire film. I love that
I don't
movie.
have it that deep in the bag, but I very much enjoyed that movie. That was a
It
good one.
was it
But
was one of the first like that was a movie that my dad showed me. I it was not the it was technically one of the first R-rated films that I had ever seen, but like I think I saw the TV version first or something like
mhm,
that, or whatever. He showed it to me when I was very, very young, and
mhm.
it's me and my brother. It's one of our favorites. So
Oh, it's great. Absolutely great. But yeah, I mean, I think you're more of a damn genius every single day with that Aston Martin take more than any other one you've spat out. Because I mean, Lawrence is not opposed to just copying shit.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
no, I mean,
AKA the pink Mercedes. Like
and it's
he already grabbed Newey. Fuck it.
mm,
Yeah, he could get Horner. I don't see why it's hey, you want to just move across the street? You're still in England. We're
yeah,
in England. Like come work at Silverstone. Fuck it. Come
and
on over.
it's one of those things where that could be depending on how Max's relationship with Christian is.
Right.
Um, that that's kind of going to be the big question mark. I have heard somebody speculate that Christian could go to Alpine just to get a lot of control.
Ah,
If Flavio moved on, I don't know. I don't like it either.
yeah.
But that's the I don't know. I mean, we'll see. I would imagine that he is on the grid again next year in some capacity. I don't know, dude.
Sorry, Graham.
No, I don't know. I don't see it. Especially because I would imagine that GM probably has their own people that they want
Well,
working
they
on
already
that
got their guy
programming
there.
project.
Yeah.
Who's their guy?
Graham Loudon. That's their team
Oh, I
principal.
thought you were apologizing to somebody's grandma because you were wearing a Cadillac shirt. I was very
Absolutely
confused by
not.
that.
Absolutely. No,
See,
I was saying
I love that
bring
you know the names of
bring
all
him
these
to
people because I'm just like
I
that
told you
guy.
I'm going to be a day one. I am a day one Cadillac fan. Of as I them, I'm fully on board with Team Cadillac here on the grid. I'm all for it. So yeah, I'm very invested into what they're gonna do. I saw a rumor that they might be announcing Sergio later this week. Um,
I saw that as well. I thought it was I saw that it was like Sergio and Valtteri,
dude,
I
I
think.
more and more I think he's going to Alpine because then he can just start racing this year.
This year?
That's one of the things I've seen that Flavio wants to just pull the plug on Doohan and Colapinto and just put Valtteri in the seat right away.
Fabio needs to go.
I don't know, but yeah, I Horner is I don't see how he doesn't find another job if you
Yeah,
aside
he's gonna be
from
back.
McLaren and Mercedes. Trying to think if
And
there's anyone else.
he could even go to
I wouldn't put
Ferrari.
it past Ferrari. I wouldn't put it
I
past
don't
Ferrari.
think I don't want it to happen. I don't
Yeah,
think that
I
it would
like
happen.
Fred.
No, Fred rocks. Fred
Yeah,
Vasseur is awesome.
yes.
The only thing is they tried to recruit him a couple years ago when they got rid of Bernardo.
Hmm.
So that is another question mark,
Right.
you know. Um, so we'll see.
They've proven they're okay with taking people who don't speak Italian.
Which honestly is an important step for Ferrari.
Yes, it is.
Very important step. I believe Fred Vasseur does speak Italian.
Not like kind of. He's very much French first. He speaks French first, more so than anything. Because that was a whole big deal when they announced that they're like, he's not even Italian. He doesn't even speak our language. And blah, 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 pasta, whatever nonsense.
Blah 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 pasta.
But yeah, so,
All right.
but I mean, I could see Ferrari wanting to bring Horner over, and why wouldn't they? You know,
Yeah.
I don't see why that couldn't be the case. So, yeah, I think that if you're not aside from Mercedes and McLaren, I think every other team, well, obviously not Red Bull, but every other team on the grid would have we'll bring him on. I don't know anybody who wouldn't be interested in bringing him to their team. I just don't. He's very, very, very good at job. Just looking through the stats of his tenure with Red Bull and what they've been able to accomplish, it's insane. They've
What
won a
he and
core.
Adrian Newey were able to
They've won.
accomplish.
Okay, so more of a reason. Hey, Daddy Lawrence,
Yeah.
Christian,
Right.
how many bills do you want?
Back up the Brinks truck.
Here you go. Come on over. We'll work some more magic together. But they won. I think it was 30% of the races they entered while he was their team principal. They finished on the podium more often than that. Like, I mean, between the constructor and drivers championships, quarter or 30% of the seasons he was there, they were winning something. Like, those are insane numbers. Those are
not
insane numbers.
insignificant. Not
Yeah,
insignificant for sure.
like dude knew how to run a program over there for sure.
Making him sound like a college football coach again. Yeah.
I mean, I kind of equate team principals to college football coaches. I really do. I think that's a relatively okay comparison as to like what they are. Because like being the head coach of an NFL team, for example, you don't have that same pull. Like it'd be more closely related to a general manager, but the general manager is not always as well known or as forward facing. Like, they speak to the media, but you hear more from like the players in the NFL. But like in college, it is the head coach. That is the guy. And that's more so like what the team principal is to an F1 team. Like you have your star players, but like I don't really know the engineers or the strategists and stuff like that, like your coordinators and defensive coordinators and or analysts and stuff like that would be for a college football team. Like the head coach, that guy, and they like Toto's Mercedes, Zach Brown is McLaren. Like he's not even the team principal, but like he's that guy there. You know what I mean? Like you have these figures at your top teams, just like you have these coaches at your top college football programs for the last however many years, where it's like Nick Saban's Alabama, Jim Harbaugh was Michigan, Pete Carroll for a long time was USC. Like you have these guys who have these staying powers and are these personalities that a team principal is, in my mind, to an F1 team.
Okay, interesting. I didn't necessarily think of it that way, but I'm also not a day-to-day football guy, shall we say. So
they just feel like they take up a lot of the space that the drivers are there. You could have like your star quarterback, a star receiver, and everything like that. But I don't know. I think that's a fair comparison to make. But yeah, Horner should be on the grid again. He will be on the grid in my mind.
yeah, he will be.
And
Yeah,
where
it's
that
a
is,
conclusion.
I think the Aston Martin makes the most sense personally, unless Adrian looks at Daddy Lawrence and is just like, I left for a reason.
Yeah. No, and
I don't
that
know
would
what that
be
relationship was like.
that
But
would be the other question mark. It's the same energy as does this move make Max happy or mad?
right.
So who knows?
I I've started to lean more to this move means Max is definitely not going to be at Red Bull next year. Because
Okay.
now it's well, what are we?
Yeah.
And Ford has to hate that. Ford has to be like, what the fuck is going on right now?
I don't know. I think it could be a good reset. Like obviously losing Max sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Losing Max is dog shit.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It could be a good thing to have your own team and your own identity. Honestly, the only thing that I give a shit about, the only thing that I want is a Ford blue car with the Red Bull on the back. Like, go away from the purple. Give me the Ford blue with the Red Bull, and then I'm in. Then I'm sold.
Yeah, maybe
Still
they
not
finally
leaving
get a
Ferrari,
livery
but I'm
change.
sold.
Yeah.
Oh my god! But that would.
You know what? You know what I would find really cool if they did it, and I don't know how they could do it, but the Ford blue, but with the white racing stripes like the GTs, and then you put the Red Bull logo on the side. That would be a look. That would be pretty cool. I don't think it's gonna happen, but that would be a look.
No way. We'll see, but I would love that. Like call marketing director, call me. I got
Yeah.
this.
We can get some Lincolns down there for you. It'll be great.
No, Lincoln. You have them show up in a Lincoln, but
That's what I'm saying.
like
Yeah, like that's the SUV that drives them from wherever they're staying at to the track.
just put them up in a Navigator. I like
Yeah.
it, but also, dude, I don't know. I would love for Lincoln, and this is me totally getting sidetracked, but also
Mhm.
this is a no race week episode, so fuck
Yeah,
it, we're
we're gonna
doing what we
get
want.
weird sometimes.
Um, getting weird with it. I need Lincoln to bring back the Continental.
Mm.
I need a I don't even know how to put this, but like a sedan, obviously a sedan, but like a flagship sedan. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? Like Cadillac just came out with the electric Celestiq, or however you say it.
Yeah.
It's cool. Like, no, I'm not hating on it, but Lincoln needs something like that, and I think they should take a Mustang and redo a
Mm.
Mustang to make it luxury.
Ooh,
Um,
that would be cool. Yeah.
yeah,
Take the
like
base of it, redesign the body and the interior a little bit.
redesign the body. I don't know if they can use the same chassis,
Okay.
um, but like bigger body, more focused on comfort, big honking V8 rear wheel drive or all wheel drive.
Yeah.
That's
That
what
would
it
be a
needs
cool
to be.
car.
And Rolls Royce doors.
Yeah.
If we're not doing a four door with the coach doors, give me the backward hinge Rolls Royce doors.
Hmm.
That's what it
That's
needs to be.
that's what I would picture like a Lincoln being more like is like a Rolls.
Mm-hmm. No, and that's it. Because like the Navigator, like, and we'll have to leave this in from earlier. My boss was saying it's 5 Navigators or one Rolls Royce.
Hmm.
Like honestly, if I'm being driven inside, the Navigator's a car to be driven
Yeah.
in. It is absolutely phenomenal. It's incredibly, especially the new 2025. That thing absolutely floats. It does not feel like it is as big as it is,
Hmm.
and it's absolutely glorious. It's yeah, that is a vehicle to be driven in.
Hmm.
Uh, but yeah, we'll see. Let's get
Hmm.
back to Formula One rather than me
There we go.
daydreaming about
So,
jobs I'll never have.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, yeah, the Christian being sacked now again. Now the question of where does Max go? It, it's again, it's still just a crapshoot. It's what would happen there. Oh, that was the other thing I want to say about that is the videos I've seen of a potential George testing a Red Bull. Maybe I know I texted you about that over the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen random things here and there on the internet over the weekend. So who knows how true it really is? But the one of them I saw was like, oh, George spotted at Silverstone, and it was like, and Red Bull had the tracker, whatever. Someone supposedly had an overhead photo of a Red Bull with the number 63 on it and like a grainy image that would be hard to like reproduce as AI type of a thing or whatever. And oh, here's his car with his plate on it entering Silverstone. Then there's the Red Bull, and then here's his car leaving the track. Like, I mean,
Yep.
it could be all sorts of different things. All those teams work out of Silverstone, so it could be for any number of reasons why that potentially could have happened. But
Yeah.
I mean, could it just be as clean of a swap as Max to Mercedes and George to Red Bull? I mean, I suppose it could be, but I don't know.
So if I'm George, that's probably what I'm going for. Because I mean, I'm not getting the Ferrari seat.
Right.
Aston Martin. I mean, like, do I need that much money? Because he. I don't know. I don't know what his financial situation is, but I'm sure he's doing great for himself. Um, I would be knocking on Aston Martin's door if they don't get Max. Um, I think the idea of him going to Cadillac is interesting, but I don't think he wants to spend his prime years not fighting for a championship.
Right.
Um, so I don't know, but if I'm Red Bull, do I want it?
I would say so. If you don't have Max and if
So
if Max is leaving, you're probably just resetting your whole lineup anyways.
So if Max is leaving and I'm Red Bull and I have complete control of what my driver lineup looks like,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm the newly installed team principal that has experience with Isaac Hadjar, Yuki Tsunoda from their Toro Rosso days, whatever
Mm-hmm.
they're called now, um, as well as Liam Lawson, and whose name I forgot there for a second, not gonna lie, and the incoming Arvin Lindblad.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know if he's got experience with him necessarily yet, but he is supposedly the next big thing coming out of the
Mm-hmm.
junior program. You got two teams with 4 seats and you got 4 drivers. And you've got a guy at the head of the ship that seemingly knows those guys pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Max, assuming that he's gone, you still got 4 guys that can take over that seat.
Right.
Why are we spending Max type of money? Because that's the other thing. Max's contract, if he was going to get a new contract, was going to be
Big.
yeah.
Buku dollars. Yeah.
How much money? I mean, more than I can afford, pal. Right?
But George wouldn't demand. He's not the same driver, so he wouldn't have
He's not
that
the
size
same
of a
driver,
contract.
but he wouldn't be cheaper than a fucking rookie or a younger guy or a guy that hasn't proven himself to the level that George has, so to speak. Right?
Yeah.
Plus, you're rebuilding. What are you building? So it's worth considering.
Mm-hmm.
It's worth thinking about. I don't know if I'm Red Bull, I'm staying put. I mean, George is phenomenal. George is a very talented driver. I've got some talented drivers in my squad that I've believed in thus far,
Mm-hmm.
you know? Um, and then the other thing with Max gone, is there a chance that maybe Carlos Sainz comes back?
Right.
Or a guy that you've had experience with rather than somebody that you don't know, so to speak.
Yeah. I don't see a Carlos leaving Williams at this point for
No,
that.
I don't
No,
see it
because
either.
I think the Red Bull is at this point a really big question mark as to what are you going to do, and that would be a big risk for I think Carlos to go to because you now have a year with Williams. You have someone who's there's another team that probably wouldn't be interested in Christian Horner's James Vowles.
Yeah,
I don't think you get rid
no,
of him
he's
at all
staying.
if you're
He's staying.
Williams. You gotta stay with him. And I
I
think he's
only
only proven himself to know what he's doing, and I think you're in a good stable situation there where leaving to
yeah
go to Red Bull is a very dumpster fire situation at the
no,
moment that
and
he's
and
not at a
that's
point in his career for, basically.
that's the correct analysis for sure. I only thought about that in terms of okay, they very pointedly did not go get Carlos Sainz when they needed a second driver, and he was the best guy on the market. You
Yeah,
know
that's
what I
fair.
mean? And
Yep.
now, and somebody smarter than me on a different program said this. So I shout out. Um, but or actually, I don't know if I gave that quote right. Can you beep what I just said? Um,
I don't know what you just said, so that would
I
be
shouted out a different program, and I don't think I'm
ah,
giving credit to the right people. Anyway, it
sure.
doesn't matter. Um, yeah, just make a note to beep there. Anyway,
Yeah.
the what was I saying? Somebody smarter than me said that, but also it was interesting that they didn't get Carlos when he was on the market and they needed a second driver.
Mhm.
So with Max not being there anymore, was it maybe a type of situation where I don't want to be on a same team as that guy?
Yeah. I think part of that kind of was because I feel like I've heard Carlos talk about it where they asked him like, what about Red Bull when he was going through this? And he was like, it's not really an option. Like there's the history with Max, and with the team generally, and he's like I just don't think that door is really open, or if I'd really be interested in that one either at that matter. So yeah, but yeah, now that everybody could be leaving and gone, I suppose it does open that door back up to at least ask the question and be approached by, right?
Yeah, and if I'm Carlos, like we were talking about, I'm saying
You
no.
still take a meeting.
Maybe.
You listen, but do you
You
really
get a
consider it?
contract offer in writing, and then you take it to James Valls and say, "Hey, pay me more."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you do.
Right. Like, how much do you love me?
Tell me in
And then
Redux.
Red Bull goes, "Hey Alex, do you want to come back?"
Honestly, with the fact that Red Bull has a tie majority ownership, like the Red Bull energy drinks company,
Hmm.
and Alex Albon is very pointedly a tie driver for sponsorship purposes,
Yep.
I would not be surprised if we saw a reunion in the future. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? Because Albon is from England. I think he was born in England.
Yeah.
But hey, get
Right.
that money.
Yeah.
You do what you got to do. He races with
Athletes do that
Pat
all the
Black.
time. Yeah.
Yeah. Um. So I mean, hey, if a door opens up for him because of that, that's all the better. But
Sure.
I don't see that because again, if I'm Red Bull, I'm sticking with the cards in my hand.
Hmm. Yeah. I think a Hadjar promotion is probably the most expected move
You
over the
think so?
summertime here. Yeah, if especially if Max is gone. If Max is gone, I definitely think they go, "Hey, Isaac, let's get you up here," type of a thing.
See,
I can see that very much happening.
I like Isaac better than Lawson.
I don't
I
think
think
Lawson's really considered.
I don't think Lawson's that guy, but I think Tsunoda is no slouch. I think Tsunoda belongs there and is proving that he belongs there. And the results not being good,
Hmm.
I think speaks more to the fact that he's. If I'm Yuki, I'm going into that meeting and I'm saying, "Hey, I took a seat that nobody really wanted. This move kind of could have destroyed my career. I stuck by you. Are you going to stick by me now that your guy's out?" You
Hmm.
know. So, um, I definitely, yeah, I would keep Yuki. I would probably end up moving Hajar up just
Hmm.
because I think putting a rookie in the Red Bull seat has never been a good idea since 2016 when Max did it. Um, but in that same, he wasn't a rookie at that point, but that's
Hmm.
notwithstanding. Um, in that same vein, Lindblad could be a guy. So we'll just have to keep an eye on it. Do we
Yeah.
have anything else that we need to talk about? Did anything else
I
happen?
mean, I didn't see any other real big headlines out of F1 from the break. I mean, aside from those ones, obviously. Let me just double check here for us. But I wanted to just talk briefly about the Goodwood Festival of Speed before just diving into
Mm-hmm.
some other random sports stuff and things. Um, just because I just don't know. I didn't know what it was. It looked to be a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, let's see. I'm just checking the headlines real quick. I don't see anything on the top. James or Button would love to see Verstappen and Russell team up. That would be a good lineup. It really would. See if they can put their differences aside. Um, and then
If I'm Mercedes, that's gonna
otherwise,
happen.
like the next one is the best of F1 from Goodwood, and then
No.
how the Apex GP car was built. So yeah, not a lot of other big headlines out of the weekend here. Besides, yeah, Horner and then the Toto seemingly trying to recruit Max on vacation. So, but the Goodwood Festival of Speed, I I don't know if I've ever heard about it prior to this year or if I'd really seen anything about it or anything like that, but what is your familiarity with what it is?
So um, there are two major events that they put on at this manor house in England.
Hmm.
Basically, there's the Festival of Speed, which happens earlier in the summer, and then there's the revival. which takes place later in the year, and it's like more antiques and shit like that.
Okay.
I believe that it's at the Festival of Speed. They have cars do a time trial up a hill.
Yes, they have the hill
Um,
climb event is the big like event around the Festival of Speed.
yeah, so you go up, and now this is an English person hill, right? Like I don't know, because like when I
It's
think a hill, it is 400 feet of
you think of Pikes
elevation over the
Peak.
course of a mile. No, that's a mountain.
Yeah.
First of all, don't fucking geography me, Derek.
No. I'm saying like when you're thinking of a hill climb, you're thinking of Pikes Peak,
Oh,
not
the Pikes
this.
Peak, Pikes Peak.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
still a mountain. Pikes Peak. What's the official name for that shit? Pikes
I thought it
Peak.
was the Pikes Peak hill climb.
I don't think it's the Pikes Peak Hill Climb. No, I have to Google Pikes Peak.
All right, you do that. I'll try to figure out the elevation change of Goodwood.
I believe it's 400 feet over the course of a mile, which is not a tremendous
Nothing.
gradient. It is the
Oh,
Pikes
it
Peak
is,
Hill Climb.
and Goodwood is scheduled to to avoid clashing with Formula One to
Mm-hmm.
allow F1 old F1 cars and stuff to come out and race it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's 1.5 miles, 1.16 miles, 9 turns. Where's the elevation change on this thing? I think you're right. I thought I saw that it said 400 feet or something
Yeah.
like that.
Whereas
So
the Pikes Peak
it's
Hill Climb,
nothing.
it's nothing.
Yeah,
Whereas the Pikes Peak Hill Climb, 12.42 miles, 156 turns. Elevation is 14,115 feet.
exactly.
A
Yeah.
little bit higher up.
Just a bit. Yeah. Oh, here it is. Hill climb. The hill climb event. 9 turn climbs 92.7 meters, 304 feet for an average gradient of 4.9%. Come on.
Yeah, that's
No one,
that's.
no wonder why you see Gene Haas getting into his car and driving, and Zach Brown getting
Oh,
into their
fucking
car and
James Vowles
driving.
drove.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like they all drove. It's like, yeah, okay, no wonder why like they can all do it.
it's cool.
They're not really climbing anything. It's fun, which is
Yeah,
fair, but
and that's what it's all about is fun and doing donuts and
seeing
giving
old
McBride a good
cars
show.
and
Yeah,
yeah, because I didn't Mansell suit up and drive this weekend even? Like I thought I saw some old F1 drivers
I
out there.
believe that it was James Vowles driving Mansell's car.
Okay.
Because I saw the red 5. I don't know if Nigel Mansell drove. See, I can't recognize him anymore
Behrman
because he
drove
got rid of the
there.
mustache.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
He doesn't have a mustache anymore, so now it's like, you know, when Superman puts on the glasses and then you're like, oh, where did Superman
Where did he
go?
go? What
I
happened?
don't know.
Adrian Newey drove even.
Yeah, that rocks.
Yeah. Nigel Mansell. No, Mansell's got he had the beard this weekend, just the full beard.
Good for him.
Good for
I don't
him
know.
indeed.
I saw a picture of him with no
Mario
mustache, and it was
Andretti
like
drove his
immediate,
Lotus. That's
which is
so cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we
Alan
should try to
Prost,
go
that was the one I was trying to think of. I remember seeing Prost climb into the McLaren.
there.
That one was cool. Who's this? Stefan Johansson drove a Ferrari. Oh yeah, Io Komatsu and Gene Haas both drove an old Haas while they were there. Esteban and Ali were there suited up. Bortoletto was there. Mika Hakkinen
Valtteri was
was
there, I
there.
think.
Yeah, I remember seeing Valtteri climbing
Yeah.
into a Mercedes.
Mika Hakkinen is awesome.
Yeah,
That
Jacques
dude
Villeneuve
rocks.
drove his '97 World Championship car. Adrian Newey drove a Lotus Cosworth 49B. That thing is sick looking. Oh my God, this thing is so cool. But yeah, like I that was the
That's the
thing I
really
couldn't
small
understand. It
flat
was
one,
like,
I think.
is it
I
an
love that
F1
car.
event or is it like just a classic
No.
event? There's a lot of F1 stuff there, but it's not an F1 event. They just all
Yeah.
happen to go there for the most part.
Yeah, it's sponsorship driven. I mean, it's one of those things that you get
David
as many
Coulthard,
people
yeah,
as possible, yeah. So,
right. So very cool. I just didn't know anything about it. I was like, what is this? You know?
Derek, we should
Everybody just kept
go.
talking about it. We
Yeah.
should go.
Let's go.
I mean, it's cool looking. It's at a cool manor, like you said. So that can't be bad to look at and be at and walk around the grounds of and see a bunch of old cars. So
the cool thing is there's the Festival of Speed and then there's the Revival, right?
yes.
So if you go to the Revival later in the year and you are not dressed the part, you will be a fish out of water.
A lot of
that
tweed.
Is what I've heard. A lot of tweed, a lot of hats. Yeah,
well,
like
not ball caps, like
no,
hats,
fucking
Peaky Blinder hats.
I was gonna say Odd Job from James
Same.
Bond, but same energy,
yeah,
exactly.
Same thing.
Yeah,
that's cool. So. Well, that's sweet. Yeah, no, I just didn't know much about it, so it's cool to just be like, okay, what's actually going on here? So that was fun a little bit, but it honestly, this is like the quietest part about the sports world in this week of the summertime here. I mean,
absolutely.
As we're recording right now, the Home Run Derby's going on, which is really the only sporting event kind of happening at this point in time.
Who's winning? Do you know?
Junior Caminero and Cal Raleigh are duking it out in the championship round. Which, have you heard of Cal Raleigh before?
No.
Cal Raleigh is the catcher for the Seattle Mariners /DH, and his nickname is Big Dumper.
That is awesome.
Hell is dude. Amazing. And I tell you what, the dude's got a big dumper. It's crazy. Like, baseball players and catchers generally are like they kind of got like hockey player, but to some extent, this dude's ass is ridiculous, and that's just a statement of fact right there.
He's built like a Pixar mom.
Kind of, yeah. He puts Mrs. Incredible to shame. He really does.
Whoa!
Absolutely
Stop.
Ridiculous.
Stop. Do not. You're cutting that part out of the program. We're not tolerating any Mrs. Incredible slander.
Well, yeah. I mean, yes, we got that.
You're cutting that entire segment out. That was horrible.
Absolutely not. That stays. That absolutely stays.
All right.
You have to put some respect on Big Dumper's name.
Do you remember? Because my favorite thing in the world was. Do you ever watch the Little League World Series?
Yeah. I usually.
And how they'll do how they'll do the interviews. And this kid comes up, he goes, my name is Big Al, and I hit dingers.
My name's Big Al, and I hit dingers.
That kid was awesome.
Oh, absolutely amazing. There was a video that surfaced probably like 2 years ago, maybe now, or right after COVID, one or the other. It was Big Al in high school as a senior. He is not big anymore. He's he's like 5'6", 5'7", and I'm very sorry, Big Al, if I disrespect how tall you really are, but he was not the tallest fellow in the world, and he just looked very athletically built. He wasn't the big kid like he was in the video, but he did hit a dinger in the one video. It must have been like a walk-off or something like that, and it was just like, remember Big Al? Here's where he is now. It was like, oh my God, look at this guy.
I just looked him up. I need to see. He's not very big anymore.
Yeah. My name's Big Al. No, I hit dingers. It's like, damn. Yeah, you do, dude.
That rocks. I need There we go. I found his Instagram.
He did not just do that.
What?
What happened? Did that count? Oh my God. So it's the championship round of the Home Run Derby, like I just mentioned. Junior Caminero is up to bat right now, and he just got robbed by one of the kids playing outfield. The kid robbed a home run, made a catch over the wall, and he's freaking out, all excited. And all the other kids are like, dude, what are you doing? Like, their whole job is to hit home runs right now. Like, come on, dude. Oh my God. That was funny.
Did they count it or no?
No, they didn't count it. It wasn't a home run.
Because he got robbed? Oh, that's
he got
awesome. Robbed. Wait, I'm trying to find the video right now.
Of Big Al?
I told you, we should just make this a baseball podcast and not tell anybody for the weekend. And just do it as a bit. And now here we are actually doing it during the home run.
You know what? And cut. Welcome to the Backmarkers F1 pod. That was your intro, a little baseball talk, and Big Al for you.
That rocks.
And now cut to where we actually started recording for the F1 show.
Hell yeah.
But dude, seriously, there's just not a lot going on. But I always tuned into the home run derby, but usually lost interest. I will give the MLB credit that they
Mm-hmm.
have turned it around. It goes by much quicker now. It still lasts a long time, but it does go by a lot faster. Because I remember remember Josh Hamilton when he was on the
That name sounds
Rangers?
familiar. Yeah.
He was like the first guy to hit like 30 homers or more in a single round. And it was just like,
Mm-hmm.
holy shit. He ended up losing that home run derby to Justin Morneau, which was hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but like that was the first one I remember, like, holy hell, like what a performance. And that was when they had 10 outs and they could take
Yeah.
as long as they wanted to hit.
Mm-hmm.
And it truly did. It lasted forever. It was insane. So they've put timers on it now. They've got certain pitches before they get to like a bonus or something like that at the moment. Or he's in a bonus round right now. I don't know how it works exactly, but yeah, it's gone. It's
As I'm
much
scrolling, the Josh Hamilton thing comes up,
dude, it's listening.
just like
It's
you
always
said it.
listening.
Yeah,
But dude, that
that's
performance is
crazy.
insane. It really was Josh Hamilton and whatever home run derby that was at Yankee Stadium. I mean, he had the short porch. He was a lefty. It was perfect for him. All-Star game tomorrow night. One of my favorite annual bets to do, bet on the American League to win.
Yeah.
Yeah, they usually win. They've, as of late at least. I don't remember if they won last year or not, but they had like a stupid streak. They won like 8 in a row or something like that over the NL. It was weird. The MLB All-Star game used to mean something. That's the one part I do kind of miss about it.
Did they
The winner of the
have
MLB
home field
All-Star
advantage?
team,
Right.
yeah, that
Yeah.
conference had or that yeah, that conference had home field advantage for the World Series. So it was like, hey, yeah, it's fun, but kind of want to win this game at the same time. Like it's not going to come down to record. And I always thought that was kind of cool until they went away with it, and it was like, oh, now it's meaningless.
Mm,
We got
interesting.
Scoob starting tomorrow. He's on the bump.
Because nobody wanted to start.
I mean, I think they get bonuses and stuff for it, like in their contracts.
I don't know. I don't think
I know
so. I think
players
it
I
was
know
like,
players get bonuses like from their team for like making all-star games and stuff.
yeah, yeah, that's normal. But I thought it
Mm.
was like, what is it? One of the like Yankees guys asked Scooble if he wanted to do it because he didn't want to do it.
Mm. I would take that honor. I mean, they're pitching like an inning anyways. It's not like they're really
Yeah,
going out there. There's so many of them, and they're not trying to get hurt either. So,
I don't know.
but
Scooble's going to throw a hundred mile an hour meatball right down the middle.
he's gonna pace the corner with that thing. He's gonna be pitching to Cal Raleigh. But yeah, Wimbledon was fun this weekend too. Oh my God, the did you see any of the scores or anything that happened at the finals?
No.
The women's final was it's impressive and heartbreaking at the same time. So Iga Swiatek 6-0 in championships in her career now. She's gone 6-0. She's one of
Damn.
four to start out their Grand Slam careers or Grand Slam finals that way. It's an insane company that she's with.
Mm-hmm.
But she won 6-0 6-0. She double
Damn.
bageled Amanda Anisimova, who's a young American. They actually came up playing juniors together, and from from the beginning, you could tell Amanda was off her game. She served first, got broken right away, like at 15:40 or something like that, and then you could just tell like she just couldn't piece
Just game
together
over.
a game to save her life. Yeah, the first she goes down in the first set. She loses the first set in like 25 minutes. It was ridiculous. Just 6-0 right away. And it was like, holy shit, she got worked. It was like when boxers come out and like you just get like what
What
happened type of
happened?
a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, how did that happen right there? So then you kind of go like, all right, second set's gonna come up here. Sometimes like tennis players will do this, like they might just give up on a set, which is a ridiculous thing to do in a final. But when you're
Mm-hmm.
getting worked like that and it's 5-0 and you're like, there's nothing I can do. Like, let's just move on to the next one type of a thing. Every
Mhm.
now and then they'll do something like that. So then you're kind of like, all right, reset it. Like, let's just try again. She's serving first again in the second set, and then immediately gets broken again. And it was just like, oh no. And I think it was at that point when I was like, this match is over. And I put in the bet for Swiatek to win 6-0 in the second set, and it hit. And I was like, I felt so bad
Damn.
about it. I was like, oh man. I'm like at in game 5 of the second set, like Anisimova was literally trying anything, desperation shots, just ending rallies early, trying to hit winners, and it just wasn't even close. Like she was just going for stuff to just literally try anything, try to get something going, and she just got worked. That's all that
So
happened. Swiatek had a game plan for the entire tournament, and it worked to perfection. The every match she played, she worked everybody she played. I don't think she dropped a set, and if she did, it was maybe one the entire
wow.
way. And she won every match like 6-2, 6-3, 6-4,
So
6-0. So like it was such an impressive performance by her. It
but
was wild.
is that because she is the Max Verstappen of women's tennis,
Not really.
or just because she's having a good weekend?
So women's tennis is there's not really parity in or there is parity in the game. Apologies, I said that wrong. There's a lot of parity in the game. So women's tennis plays much differently from the men's game because more of them can be competitive any given weekend. It's more fun to watch in all honesty. I very much love watching the women's game because anything can happen. On the men's side, like you have your top guys. I mean, the past 2 decades, it was Roger Rafa and Novak with the occasional Murray appearance, and it was well they're going to win at
Mhm.
least 3 of the 4 Grand Slams and a lot of the other tournaments in between. And there's just you could just pencil in it like they're going to win however many of them. Like the numbers are ridiculous. I think they won 80% of the Grand Slam finals from the year 2000.
Wow.
This was the first year. Um,
None of them are there.
None of them have won one. Novak is still playing,
Mm.
but he
But the
hasn't
other
won
guy's
one yet.
retired, right?
Roger retired a few years ago, and Rafa retired this year. Yeah.
Mm.
So,
But Murray's still playing?
oh no, he's been long retired too. He had a terrible hip injury that just
Yeah.
totally derailed his
I
career.
thought he's been done for a minute. Yeah.
He came back after the hip injury and played a little bit, but he just wasn't the same
Wasn't the
player
same, yeah.
afterwards. He had a couple of moments. He had an impressive 5-set win against Kokkinakis at the Australian Open 2 years ago, I want to say. But
Hmm.
after that, I think last year's Wimbledon, yeah, last year, that's right, that because I was there. Last year's Wimbledon was his final one, and like to the
Gotcha.
point he even played doubles with his brother just to play
Just
again.
for funsies?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
for the fun of it. And yeah, he retired after that. That was his last tournament. So, but no, the Swiatek is very much on her game at the moment. Like I said, she's 6-0 in finals now. Um, she she got banned or she not banned. She got suspended for a little while because she took something that was on the banned substance list, and so she was suspended for a few months, and then she was reinstated pretty quickly afterwards. They did an investigation and determined it wasn't intentional or anything like that. Like she took something for sleep or pain or whatever, and there was a trace amount that just popped basically, and it was, oh, I didn't know, like it wasn't intended type of a deal. So she got reinstated last year, end of this beginning of this year, something like that, and
Hmm.
she just went on a tear. It was
Yeah.
it was crazy. It was really cool. But then the men's final was, while Swiatek's performance was impressive, the match finished in under an hour. It was 57 minutes. It was so fast. It was done so quickly. The men's final was way tighter as Alcaraz and Sinner again. Those two guys have very much taken the mantle from the big three previously. So that was a fun one. Sinner finally won one over Alcaraz because Alcaraz was also going for a 6-0 start in career major Grand Slam finals.
I
But
had no idea you were such a tennis guy.
big tennis guy. I played since I was 5. I
Damn, I didn't
don't
know that.
I don't follow like the ATP and the Masters events, which are the non-Grand Slam events.
Mm.
It's just too much, and I think it's on Tennis Channel primarily where you watch it, and I just
Yeah.
don't. It's
Yeah.
too much. I can't. It's just a lot to pay attention to with everything else that I like. But yeah, when it's Grand Slam season, I'll watch all of them except for the French. I have a really hard time watching the French Open. The other part of it, their coverage is so weird as to like who's carrying it. NBC had it for a long time. It switched over to TNT, I think, this year. I always forget about it. It's only
Fucking
because
get
I'm
Charles Barkley on my television. Get
right,
him covering. Get him
right.
covering it.
Agassi actually was one of the pundits for TNT for the French, which is pretty cool. He's a good listen to. His story's wild. Do you know anything about Andre Agassi?
I do not know.
Quick, I'll give you some just quick highlights on his career. One, just are you familiar with who he is generally?
I know that he's a tennis player.
Okay, so yeah, he's an American tennis player, big in the 80s, 90s. He even played into the early 2000s, which shocked me. Like he played in the '06 US Open. I was reading on that the other day and I was like, "Holy shit, he was still playing then?"
Mm.
Wild. But he's one of the all-time greats. Um he is famous for saying that he hates tennis while he was playing professionally at the top of
Nice.
his game.
Hell yeah,
And
dude.
his reasoning for it's good.
Sounds like me on the golf course.
His reasoning behind it was valid, and he talked about it most recently, I think, on Andy Roddick's podcast. Serve shout out to them. Roddick was my favorite player. Um, but yeah, he's pretty famous for saying that loves the game. He does love the game now. Or did while he was still playing and everything too. But he where was I going with this? Why did I talk about Agassi in the first place?
His story. I don't know anything about him. You were giving me a little run through on
Oh,
who he is.
yeah, I forgot why I even brought it up in the first place anyways, but no,
No.
he was just kind of a cool player generally. He went through a lot of stuff like early on. Like, yeah, he grew up hating it because of some family type stuff, and these are very, very loose spark notes. He went through like a drug problem while he was playing. He was down to like one ranked 144 in the world after having won stuff and was a top player, like almost kind of threw it all away to some extent, just with just problems that he was having and things. And then he turns his whole life around basically through tennis, like he rediscovers the love for the sport, and then he goes off and he wins some more tournaments and in Grand Slams. Like his one of his big breakthroughs was he finally won Wimbledon in like I think it was 91 was the year he won it. Um, and this was very much after like everybody thought he was just kind of done and it was written off type of a thing. So yeah,
That's awesome.
he's just got a cool story basically just about life generally, honestly,
Nice.
perseverance and second chances and stuff like that.
That's awesome.
Hmm.
I'll have to look into him. It'd be fun to watch a tennis match together because I don't know shit about it.
Yeah,
I'm down, but let's definitely try and hit that live event. Let's see
that'd be fun.
what
That would
that's
be
all
very
about.
fun. Oh, update for you. Big Dumper did win the home run derby. You heard it here first.
Good for him. I
Good for
love that.
Cal Raleigh. So, but
I
yeah,
love that.
that's about all I got for you here.
Hell yeah, dude. I think this is another good episode, as
Yeah,
always.
this is a fun one for sure. It's off weeks. We can get into some other stuff. Um, oh, yeah, we can talk about it next time. We can talk about movies next time. Have you seen the F1 movie yet?
I've not seen the F1 movie.
Okay, fair enough. And
Sorry.
then I saw Superman came out this weekend. I've heard very good reviews about it.
I'm seeing that on Sunday with my brother.
Nice.
I'm
I,
excited to see that.
I hope you
Daniel went
enjoy.
Daniel went to a Thursday night premiere
Hmm.
wearing a Superman t-shirt, blue pants, and red shoes. He said he thought about doing the red underwear on the outside, but
Yeah,
was like, no, it's too
didn't
much.
do it.
Um, Live
Did you?
Golf. Sorry, a 3-day pass for Live Golf is $170. With
That's
a
it?
3-day pass, Friday only is 83, starting at 83. Saturday only is starting at 95. Sunday only is starting at 92.
Wow,
According to StubHub. So I'll send you these ticket
fascinating.
options. Yeah.
That's fascinating. Huh. Well,
Yeah. Sorry.
anyways.
What were you saying before I
Oh,
cut?
I was gonna say, did you see that clip of who's the guy from the TV show The Boys? The
I know who you're talking about. The
the
guy.
American guy, but he has like a Superman type costume with a cape and stuff like that.
I don't know, but I know who you're talking
You know
about.
what I'm talking about? Okay. I don't know his name either. I haven't seen the show, even though I've heard good things. I saw a clip from like opening night of Superman. A guy walked in wearing that costume, and then whoever posted about it basically said like, we need more like movie rivalries. Like this is the type of energy we need. Like like walk into your trap, take over your trap.
That rocks.
Oh yeah. So, well yeah,
Very good.
there you have it. Well, thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Oh shit, we're keeping all of that.
We'll see you on the other side.
Adios.